Hello, my name is Ilysse and welcome to the Clever Fox YouTube channel. Today we are going to be using my Clever Fox A5 weekly premium planner, and I'm going to be sharing with you 10 tips for starting out with a new planner. So we are going to cover everything from habit tracking to how to utilize notes pages to reviewing your month and your week and all of the different things that are included in this planner and how to utilize it to create a life that you love. So make sure that you watch until the end to get all 10 tips. You are subscribed to our channel and you have that notification bell turned on so that you know every time we post a new video. Let's get started. The tips we are going to be sharing today, I'm going to be using the Clever Fox Weekly A5 Premium Planner, but these tips will apply to all Clever Fox planners that are set up for hourly, weekly, daily, etc. This is just the one we are going to be using as an example for you. So the first tip that I want to talk about is setting goals for the year. You bought a planner, now what, right? Where do you even go from there? So one of my favorite features, and I talk about this in so many videos of the Clever Fox planners, are the goals. So we have life areas, 4 different life areas: health and fitness, business and career, family and friends, relationships and romance, finance, personal development, fun and recreation, and spiritual. Knowing what your top goals are is the best way to get started in your planner, because otherwise maybe you're just going to be planning your day and your month based on what you know you have to do and taking out the garbage and paying the bills and doing all of the things that we have to do, but what do you want to do? And that's where this planner is designed to help you achieve the life that you want so that you can take these things and put them into your monthly, weekly, and daily plans. If this section is a little bit overwhelming for you, that's okay. There are 3 lines for each, whereas sometimes you will know right when you open this planner what you want to do for health and fitness, or maybe you don't have an idea, or you just want to write down one. There's plenty of room in here to be able to continue those as the year goes on. The next tip that I want to talk about is a vision board. So there's 2 pages here. I printed this out and pasted it in, but we have 2 pages of vision boards. And I made mine 2 separate ones. One was my vision board in general. So more fruits and vegetables, spending time with my friends, reading, growing a business, saving, moving, which happened. So that one happened, and I've traveled, and I've been incorporating more fruits and vegetables now that we are later in the year and I'm looking back at my original goals. And then I made a financial vision board. So it was a combination of contributing to my retirement and car maintenance and saving for travel and investing. And I also put in some affirmations here. A vision board, whether you print out pictures or you draw or doodle or use stickers or highlighters or pen or however you do it, is a great way to kind of map out the vision that we just spoke about in the goals for the year. It's just really strong in terms of being able to throw one of these bookmarks here, these ribbons, so that you can always go back and look at the vision. And maybe you want to separate it into personal vision, business vision. Maybe this is your vision personally and this is your vision as a family or with a partner. There's so many different ways to utilize these pages, and knowing what your vision is for the year, again, is a really great way to be able to plan out your day, week, month, and year. The third tip that I want to talk about is mapping out your goals. So you could have a goal, right? Save 10% of my income, but how do you do it? This 3-month goal section talks about preparing for my future, is why I want it, and if I achieve this goal, the reward is that I will be more financially secure. But here is the mind map that I created, where the finance goal is going to be pay off debt, save 10% of my income. So breaking down goals is really important because the goals start at the beginning of the planner, right? But the goals happen with the daily plans. So if the goal might be to save more money, part of that can be putting aside money as soon as you get paid before you spend it, or finding ways to earn more money so that you can save more. If the goal is to read more, then the way that that translates into your plans would be to set aside time to read, find books that you like, maybe join a book club. It's different things like that. It's the baby steps that end up getting you to achieve a bigger goal. So breaking down your goals, especially knowing why you want it and what the reward is if achieved, is a really great way to start utilizing a planner if you are just getting started. My fourth tip is actually about the back of the pages. So there are a ton of dot grid pages here, and it's such high quality paper with our planners. So I love the idea of using these for anything. You can write down budget goals here, and here is where you could break it down. Books to read, restaurants to try, friends to make plans with. You can plan out a vacation on these pages. You can jot down job ideas if you're looking for a new job. These dot grid pages are meant for you to use however you want to. And I think it's so great to include these because sometimes you get a planner, and it's like you have the goals and the month and the week and everything, and there's nothing else. This is the else. This is the other stuff that sometimes our lives are made of, or these fun things. You could also print out photos and put memories in here if you want to. You can track your spending if you're not looking to get a separate budget planner, and you can be out and about and taking notes. There's just a ton of different ways to use these, but utilizing them is definitely an important tip number 4 for getting started with your planner. Now I want to talk about a weekly page. So we've talked a little bit about the beginning of the planner, the end of the planner. Let's look at what a weekly page looks like. Tip number 5 is going to be focusing on this section. We have this week's main goal and the reward if achieved. We have this week's priorities with enough room for a list. Starting your week this way before you fill in anything else is a really strong way to set up your week for success and map out what has to be done so that you can have the rest of the week in terms of what wants to be done or what you want to be done, and maybe also bringing in some of those goals. Then on this page 2, we have the habit tracker. So we have on this page skills to learn and habits to adopt. Habits are hard to start. They're hard to take. I think it takes 30 days maybe to build a habit. I could be wrong with that, but I believe it's 30 days. And when you write down habits that you want to adopt, you can bring those in here. So if the goal is to be better and more mindful about what you are spending, you can write track spending. If you want to be healthier, eating good eating choices, drinking more water, exercising. If you want to read more, reading each day. Spending time with family, calling a loved one. You'll often see in my plan with me is that I will track the habit of calling a loved one because I do live by myself and I don't see my family all the time. So staying connected is a great habit. The other reason that I love filling in these habit trackers is because when I open my planner and I'm in a busy day, whether it's busy personally or work or whatever, and I'm like, what do I need to do? Then I look over here and being able to check it off feels great. And it also helps me plan out my day because you'll see the habits and skills here. You could check them off there, or you can move them and kind of transfer into your weekly overview section. Tip number 7 is to note the wins. Sometimes life just happens and not all days are good ones. I know I had no bad days in my vision board, but not all the days are good ones. Not all the weeks are good, but there are wins, right? Sometimes the win is showering. Sometimes the win is a promotion at work. Sometimes the win is falling in love. But whether it's showering, a promotion at work, or falling in love, knowing the wins is so important. So really utilizing this section over here to figure out your wins. I also love the idea of using a dot grid page in the back to note your wins, because when you have used up this entire planner at the end of the year, how great would it be to have just page after page of the celebratory moments? And again, it can be the shower that you took. It can be that you bought a dress that you loved, or you were able to get a great deal on something, or you got a really rave review at work. You had a delicious glass of wine, tried a delicious bottle of wine. Spending time in your planner to note your wins is really important. Taking that into consideration, I want to talk a little bit in tip number 8 about the weekly and monthly review. So we do have this week's wins, But with the monthly pages, we have pages of monthly reviews. So again, what were the biggest wins? What were the biggest lessons learned and insights gained? Which life areas were lacking and why? So you'll take the life areas of health and fitness, spiritual, fun and recreation, finance, personal development, relationships and romance, family and friends, business and career, and give them a rating of 1 to 10. And you can talk about which ones were lacking. And then what tasks weren't accomplished and why? How do I feel about my process? I am looking forward to things I will do to make myself happy next month and how I will improve next month. I don't know about you, but I often feel, especially as life is getting back to somewhat normal with plans and trips and travel again, sometimes we're on a hamster wheel, right? Every day you wake up and you go to work and you go about your schedule and you get the kids to school and everything, and then you do it the next day and the next day. And sometimes you spend the weekend busy with plans, and sometimes you just spend the weekend laying on your couch, and then you do it all over again. Taking a little bit of time, this is not a massive amount of time. Maybe this is 10 minutes at the end of your month to kind of take a breath, reset, and have your monthly review is a really great way to set up your next month. And the same goes with that weekly review that we just spoke about. This is a way to slow down that hamster wheel and slow down the life and take that breath that you want. Whereas maybe this is the time that you're looking at these life areas and you realized that you really wanted to focus on health and fitness as one of your main goals for the year, but you neglected it completely that month. That's okay, it happens. But as you're mapping out the next month, reflecting and seeing what life areas were lacking is a really great way to do better next month for yourself. For tip number 9, I want to go back to these opening pages of gratitude and affirmations. As I just spoke about the hamster wheel of life, sometimes things are hard. And when you are in the thick of it, going back to reflect at these pages and maybe even keeping a ribbon here and reminding yourself of the things that you are grateful for. And again, you don't have to fill up this list entirely once the year begins. You can continue to add to it as the year goes on. And affirmation. So I am in control of my feelings. I am smart. I am deserving of love. I am creative. Reminding yourself of these. It could even be a habit to put in your habit tracker of reminding yourself of these affirmations daily. You can wake up in the morning, open your planner, go to this page and say, it is okay if I make mistakes today. I am capable of making good decisions today. I am creative for what I have today. How great would that be to start your day that way and really just absorb these affirmations to remind yourself of the things that you believe? Kind of like being a good friend to others, be the friend to yourself that you are to others. Remind yourself of these things because you know they are true, and it can be really easy to forget them when things get tough. So again, tip number 9 is focusing on gratitude and affirmations. Tip number 10 is the fun one. Not that all of these aren't fun, but tip 10 is having fun with your planner with decorating. So there you could use stickers, highlighters, washi tape. There's so many fun ways because I love putting a sticker on a planner. I love highlighting something. There's just something about not just writing down the things that need to get done, but making it, this one's not that pretty, but making it a little bit pretty, creating this, color coding this section so I could bring those colors into all different categories using stickers. And of course you can get stickers at cleverfoxplanner.com, and different highlighters and colored pens is a really fun way to get started in your planner. So this is using a Clever Fox sticker pack with some highlighters here as well. And I'm a huge advocate for color coding, and that's definitely part of tip number 10 is color code. Whether you are color coding your children's schedule and one child is blue and another child is green, or your work schedule is pink, whatever it may be, finances are green. If green is your payday, you know that when you see that, that's payday, or this is vacation. I think when we originally planned this page, it was for my nephew's baseball games. They're always going to be on Thursdays, so I see it there. And I know that that is when that's going to happen. Those are our 10 tips. Just to recap, we are going to set goals for the year so you can map out your life, spend time working on a vision board, breaking down your goals, utilizing the dot grid paper in the back for lists, things to read, write, watch, ideas, memories, focusing on a main goal during the week and a priority to set your week up for success, habit trackers so that you can work on adopting a habit, remembering your weekly wins, or using dot grid paper in the back to talk about those wins with yourself and kind of keep track of them all year, focusing on the monthly and weekly review so that you can get yourself off of the hamster wheel of life a little bit, remembering to look back at your gratitude and affirmations when things are hard, and having fun decorating. I hope that you enjoyed this video. We had a lot of fun with it. If you are not already subscribed to our channel, please do take a moment to subscribe. Make sure you hit the thumbs up to like this video, and you turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss any future videos. You can purchase this planner over at cleverfoxplanner.com. Thanks again, and we'll see you soon.